Princess Serena.
Not Princess Serena.
And today, what are we talking about?
About last night, the movie.
Ah, yes, Elemental. But before we get into the review, I just got home and I am keeping up the streak of always having at least one pin package to open when I come home. I'm literally coming in another 2 weeks for a pin event, so we will see if I get pin mail then. But anyways, so let's get her open. Main collections. I finally accept. I'm in the acceptance stage of that Tangled the series is a main collection now. So I've Tangled the series and Disney Channel. So this is a fantasy pin. I've actually bought from this creator before, but they were sold out because obviously the Proud Family is a lot more popular than Brandy Mr. Whiskers. So here's Penny Proud. There's also a puff pin that went with this as well, but she didn't have it for sale. It's so funny because the person that I bought this from buys pin collections and stuff and bulk trades with people to sell. And the person that traded this pin to her, follows me. And he was like, I just traded this to her. Keep an eye out. And I caught it for a steal of a deal. It was I think it was $7.50. Yeah, because they're half off of 15. Literally $7.50 American. Of course, the shipping was more than $7.50, but at least I got 2 pins and made it worth it. They better make a season 3 for the reboot because the reboot is actually really good. One of the stronger reboots for sure to come out of this reboot and rehash era that we're going through right now. Oh, cute! Okay, there's actually a back. I didn't expect there to be for some reason. So it says the Proud Family Ellie 30. My reaction to finding this pin for that good of a price is the same as Penny's here on this pin. Ha! Okay, Tangled. So why I'm wearing these ears here. Oh, right. Shout out to Laura and Ryan at Disney.pin.love. Laura made these. Let's get her open. This one has a backer card. Okay, I don't want to rip it. Oh, here we go. It's Cass. I'm so happy I have this one. We love a good representation moment. Obviously Disney never makes anything official, so of course this is fantasy. But I feel like it goes with her character. Plus et en vous. That is the only French you will ever catch me saying ever on this channel. I'm from Montreal and it's just French was not my thing in school. But yeah, because there was a journal that Rap's mother, I'm saying Raps, I know it's Punzi, but it's Raps in the show. That's the nickname for Rapunzel. It's kind of interesting that they made it different. The mom wrote this in her journal that she gave to her at the beginning of the show, and it's just such a beautiful sentiment to put with a Cass pin. Google Translate here. There's more in you. That's what that means. I love this art style actually. I love all my Tangled pins that are to the T, looks exactly like Cass and Rapunzel and everything, but I love a good cutesy little art style that goes off of the show a bit. It makes it more cartoonish, if that makes sense. I know it is animated already, but you know what I mean, less realistic even. Sometimes I'm not the biggest fan of those designs, but this one's pretty cute. And can we take a moment to admire the backer card? It is really nice. The lantern's so cute. They deserve a moment in Disney World beyond the bathroom. Why aren't we having a Tangled ride? I'm upset. I will wear my Tangled ears and rebel. I should bring these next time I go to Disney. So that's it for my quick little pin mail. I thought I would add it to make this video pin related. So now let's go to our regularly scheduled programming for the Elemental review. I spelled Windsor, which is where I am for school, summer semester, cries, in Pixar letters. And we're doing a Pixar ranking and review. So there you go. Yeah, we actually saw it on opening night. I want to know your thoughts.
I really enjoyed it. I found that as the movie went on, it got stronger. Of course, the animation was fantastic, brilliant. And I don't know, the main characters were very good.
Yeah, okay. So right off the get-go, I actually never watched the official trailer. I just watched the teaser. Yeah. Oh, you never watch trailers.
Never.
I watched the trailer actually last night after the movie, and honestly, so many of the scenes are in it and so many of the jokes. So I'm glad I like wasn't spoiled in that regard. In terms of like plot, I mean, there's not much plot to spoil. It is pretty basic in its premise. Connection, opposites, yeah, discrimination. I feel like it was mirroring kind of immigration almost, with like the parents coming from Fireland, I think, and losing their customs, and then kind of being like discriminated against within like a big city that was like multicultural, but like still the fire people, like they called them like fireballs, and they didn't like that because they're people too, and but they also didn't like water. So it was basic in that regard, except of course its elements, which is unique. But honestly, like my dad said, as the movie went on, I was more impressed because the writing was great, and the relationship between Wade, like the water guy, and Amber, the main protagonist, was honestly pretty authentic, and it wasn't just like, oh, they got together right away, or it wasn't just like, oh, at the end they got together. I mean, I guess it was at the end they officially got together, but like there was sort of a thing throughout the whole movie, and it was kind of nice that they like, I guess, allowed themselves to feel that and like.
And there was
hang out.
a few points in the movie that were quite emotional, at least for myself.
It definitely felt like a Pixar film beyond like the premise, and Pixar films have these concepts that are really cool, but like it did feel like it had emotion, like especially towards like the last third of the movie. I feel honestly it lacks in plot, but the characters were great and very unique, I feel.
Yeah.
I feel like the parents were kind of half baked, like the fire parents.
Yeah.
I feel like they weren't full-fledged characters, which kind of sucks. I know they're not the main characters, but I feel like they would have added to the movie. And the family too, like the Water family, I actually loved them. I liked those characters, even though we didn't see them very often. I thought it added to his character.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, and he was sweet.
I like the voices.
Oh yeah, they were great. Oh my gosh, it was so creative. Like it wasn't basic of like how the fire people worked and how the water people worked and the wind people. Like I feel like it was very unique how they functioned and all the things they could do. Like more than the basic fire things you would think of,
Well, you don't want to spoil it for people.
What's there to spoil? Like, there's not much that goes on, I mean.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's just honestly a feel-good film. There's not much to it. Like, you don't have to dissect, oh, what does this mean? Like, it's pretty obvious, like, the undertones. Oh, speaking of that, the first, like, 20-ish minutes, the whole time, I was like, I feel like they're trying to make another Zootopia. Like, because, have you seen Zootopia?
No.
No? Okay, we have to watch that. What? I've been meaning to rewatch Zootopia, but is it just me? Let me know in the comments, please, because Zootopia is really heavy on the setting, like the city, right? And like so is Elemental, like literally it's Elemental City, like that's where it takes place. And then also all of the undertones of like prejudice and discrimination, right? Whereas like this, it's for elements, and then for Zootopia, it's just animals, like predators and prey. So I don't know. I felt like at first it was trying to mimic that way too much. And I was like, why are they making like basically a rehash of Zootopia? Especially because they're making a Zootopia 2. Like, I don't know why. But then like it definitely got its own story beats for sure. Of course, like there's a love story a little bit in there. Not a spoiler. It kind of starts pretty early, their relationship. But yeah, it was sweet. I really liked it.
Anyways, I just enjoyed it. I give it a strong, solid 7.
That's good, yeah. 5 being average, right? Like 5 isn't like a fail.
Well,
it's
7
just like
means it's worth the money.
Yeah. Oh, in this economy and the post-pandemic prices for movies, oh, it went up, y'all. I don't know where I'm gonna rank this, but I will put my ranking in here. Fuchsia Serena, how did we do it? I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be about in the mid tier around, which is good for Pixar because like my top 10 are like phenomenal films, right? So it's kind of hard to get up there. So that's our review. I hope you enjoyed. If you haven't already, please subscribe for more pin related content from me. It's kind of a tradition at this point. I have to review every Pixar movie and update my tier list with y'all because Pixar is like some of my favorite Disney movies. So they always will have my heart, even if they have some misses along the way. But I am happy with this one. I feel like I went in with no expectation, and I was like happy.
Me too.
with the movie. And I shed a tear. I was like the water. Definitely is worth it to see it in theaters before it hits Disney Plus, because it's so gorgeous, and to experience that in the movie theater, I'm sure is such a different experience. As always, take care of yourselves and have a magical day. Bye.